Well, hello. Welcome back to Life with Linda. It's been quite the time since I've been put out a full video. I've done a couple of shorts. I hope you all had wonderful holidays, and I'm in Texas enjoying this beautiful weather we have right now. It's absolutely gorgeous. First, we had a very bad cold snap, which froze everything, and then from then on we had nothing but beautiful weather. Low humidity, which is very unusual. Highs in the mid 70s, lows in the 40s and 50s. It's just perfect. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you have a little know about what I'm doing these days, and that's what's been keeping me busy is, so I have an idea that I would like to do, just to get a little getaway once in a while with the dogs. I have to bring my dogs. I think we all know by now that I have 2 German Shepherds, a Chihuahua, and a cat, and I cannot get rid of them. They're my kids, And the property I live on now is a half an acre, and this is where they were basically born. I mean, that's where I brought them from babies, 6 weeks of age, all of them. And so this is the only home they know. So ultimately, my dogs are not leash trained. That's a goal I've been trying to accomplish for a while now, but I hadn't really pursued it. So I'm now going to go back to trying to retrain them again on the leashes, which starting today actually. I have to do that because they have to be controlled. People get scared when they're around them, not because they're mean dogs, but because they're big dogs, So I went and investigated one little place in Texas called Cut and Shoot. Yes, there is a place in Texas called Cut and Shoot. CUTN Shoot. And it was very cute. And it was like a nice sized lot, and the girl was so nice. And she has other campers there. Well, not campers. They're full-time. They live there full-time. Older people, which would be perfect for me. And one thing, and I know my dogs, the one guy that I would have been next to, him and his wife, our older retired couple, they have a little dog. Just one little dog. And they keep it out. She insists that everybody keep their dogs on leashes or behind fences. And see, that's the other thing that's cool about this place was she would let me put up a fence, a temporary fence. Everything has to be temporary, because if I wanted to leave, I'd have to be able to take everything away, leave her land vacant, But that wouldn't have been a problem and all that, but the lot that I liked was $650 a month. And my goal was to be there maybe on the weekends, maybe on holidays, period. Maybe during the week a little bit, but not much. Maybe Fridays. Friday through Sunday or Monday, And it's just not worth it for me. I number one, I can't afford $650 on my budget. And the other lot she has is $500. I just didn't like the way it was situated. It was really close to another guy who she says is never there because he works all the time and he's with his girlfriends. But same time, I don't want my dogs being an imposition to anybody, because the problem is they will bark. And she asked me, are they perpetual barkers? And I'm like, well, they probably will be at first because everything's new to them, But I said if they are barking consistently, I would bring them in. I wouldn't allow that myself. So anyway, what I was planning on doing, which is also a possibility, is buying like a cheap travel trailer, and parking it there and just having it there for when I want to go back and forth. But there's one more problem. The problem is I have driving anxiety. I don't know if any of you know what that is, but it's a horrible affliction that keeps me, it's debilitating. I'm trying so hard to get over it, and I'm so far not so good. And she's 40 minutes away from me. but all these windy roads, and that's part of my anxiety. And oh gosh, you know, it would be nice. It's a great thought. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to find some place closer for cheaper, really, and probably smaller, more than likely smaller. But you know, all these places that have RV stops, they're populated. I mean, they're very popular around here. People live in RVs, you know. And so I would be around a lot of people all the time. And my dogs are people friendly. They're just not other dog friendly that I know of. They haven't really been introduced to too many other dogs. So that's a real dilemma for me. But that's what I've been doing, and that's what's been keeping me busy. Searching online. I actually went and visited another place. Oh my gosh, this was like a nightmare. It's something out of a nightmare. This place is called Plum Grove. And it's probably about 20 minutes from me, but again, windy back roads and up and down and horrible roads. Those were horrible roads. This other one isn't horrible roads. But when I got there, I had to sit for 5 minutes to wait for this poor little shaggy dog to get out of the road so I could see the property. You know, this was actually a property for sale for $25,000. Owner would hold owner finance. But, it was wooded and it needed fill dirt, and it was right across the street from a bunch of mess. I can't even explain it. It was a nightmare, and I couldn't get out of there quick enough. It was just a nightmare. So that one was out of the picture. I don't know if there's going to be any more in my future. I'm going to maybe have one drop in my lap. I would love that. Somebody just dropped one in my lap. I don't see that happening, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. But anyway, that's what I've been up to, and I wanted to say hi, and I hope you enjoyed today. We're going to have, I have a ham bone left from, I think it was Christmas. I think I made a ham on Christmas. And I'm one person, so I saved all the meat and everything, and then I saved the bone. Well, today I thought, you know what, I'm going to use that bone. I'm going to make some ham bone soup. So I did. It's really delicious. Oh, it's delicious. But I also made a little cabbage salad to go with it. I made some fresh bread. Some really, really good fresh bread. Sliced, sandwich bread, so I can slice it. I don't eat a lot of sandwiches, but I don't eat a piece of bread. You need a piece of bread. So I did that, and so that's what's gonna be in the video today, what I just said. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my video. If you're in my area, let me know if you have a little piece of land I can put a travel trailer on and fence it for my dogs. Okay, so enjoy. Okay, bye-bye. Today we are going to make some ham bone soup. It's a ham that I still have left over from Christmas, I think. So this is my last bit of it, but boy, that went a long way, that ham. Well worth the investment because it wasn't cheap. Okay, so I'll bring you back for that. I gotta peel potatoes, I gotta peel carrots, and we'll be back. So here's our recipe. I made it for 5 servings. So it's kind of weird measurements, but yeah, that's why. And I chopped my celery, and I wanted to show you my compost. I put my I peeled my potatoes and put them in there. I think I showed you this before, I'm not real sure, but it's a countertop composter, and I love it. It's so much better than having to wait months for your stuff to compost. This does it in hours, like many hours, and then you just take it and pour it in your garden, and you work it in with a hoe or something, and that's just as good. Well, probably not just as good, but comparable to a outdoor forever composter. Okay, so everything's chopped up: carrots, onions, celery, and I'm going to use some garlic, minced garlic, and we're going to put that in the pan. I'm going to set up my induction cooktop for this. It's better videoing that way. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the tablespoon of butter melting in the pan. I'm going to pour in the onions and the celery. I'm going to pour in the onions and the celery and let those saute for a little while, and I'll be back after that. 6 to 8 minutes. So then I added in the ham bone and 5 cups of water, and I'm going to cook that for about an hour. So I'll be back. So while this is cooking over here, I'm going to go ahead and cut up my potatoes, and then I'm going, well, I'll be back for that. So while that's cooking, I went ahead and cubed up my potatoes. That was I think 4 or 5 kind of small potatoes, actually. And then I diced up or cubed up my ham, and then I had a piece of cabbage left in the fridge, and I thought I'm going to make a cabbage salad out of that. That'll be my side to the soup. So I'll be back. To the cabbage, I added some minced onion, some apple cider vinegar, some garlic powder, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and mix that all up. This salad, cabbage salad, is always better if it sits for a little while so that everything permeates together. So that's why I'm making it ahead of time here. So I'm going to put it in a container, and that'll be ready for when I'm ready to eat. Okay, so now we remove the ham bone, and we're adding the potatoes. And I'm going to put a bay leaf in there. So I'm going to cook this until the potatoes are tender. And then after that, we'll do all the finishing up steps. It's a real quick soup. Okay, I think our potatoes are tender. So now I'm just going to add in some heavy cream. It calls for like a cup, but I'm not going to do a cup. I don't want that many calories. I'm just going to put maybe, I don't know, a 1/4 cup in there. And then it says to add in the ham. So I have my ham here ready to go in. This is a good soup, guys. This is beautiful. I mean, it's really, really nice. I can't wait to have it. It's too early for me to eat it right now, but we'll be plating it up later along with the salad, and let me all have a look at it. See if you like to decide to do it yourself. Okay. To go along with this dinner, and because of the fact that I don't really have any sliced bread in the house, I'm going to make some bread. I have made this bread before, and it's a really good recipe. Perfect soft sandwich bread. It's really, really good. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to start off with my standing mixer bowl, and I'm going to need yeast and flour, and I think this recipe calls for butter. Yeah, butter. and water, of course. So I'm going to get those ingredients put together, and then I'll show you, and then I'm going to rise it, and I'll show you. Okay, bye. So we have 2 cups of warm water, a half a cup of granulated sugar, and 1.5 tablespoons of active dry yeast. So we're going to let that sit for a little bit to let that yeast bubble up. Okay. To that yeast, I added a 1/4 cup of melted butter and 1 tablespoon of salt. On my standing mixer, I added 4 cups of flour, and then I'm going to add 2 more cups once this gets combined. All-purpose flour. I'm going to let this dough knead for about 8 minutes. Super nice dough. So I kneaded it in the machine. Now I'm just going to knead it a little bit by hand. And then I'm going to cut it, then I'm going to put it back in that bowl, and I'm going to let it rise for about an hour, at least an hour, till it's doubled in size. And then I'm going to cut it in half and put it in loaf pans, and it'll make 2 loaves of bread. It's really good. It's really good bread. And then I'm just going to slice it up like as if it's a loaf of bread, you know, sliced loaf of bread. Put 1 loaf in the freezer and keep the other loaf out. And that's how I'll do it. And then I'll have bread for a while, and I won't have to worry about that. I don't eat that much bread, ever, really. Okay, I'll be back. So that'll do it, guys. Here's the dinner. And I also got 3 extra freezer meals for the soup, and another loaf of bread as well over here. So I got 2 loaves of bread. Here's my soup, here's my dinner, and there's the bread. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it's gonna be delicious. So that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching Life with Linda. Leave comments, share, like, and subscribe. Okay, bye. Oh, and just real quick, I wanted to show you the crumb. Isn't it beautiful? So beautiful. Then I got my knife here that I love. It's going to slice it into slices for me, and then it's going to go in the freezer, and I'll eat a piece by a piece whenever I need it. Pretty. This is a great recipe, guys. You got to try it. Bye.